Now this shit out the muscle, that struggle was stuffed in the bitch like.
Alright, just got home not too long ago from Cars and Coffee. And I met up with a guy there and picked up a newish radiator, I think. He said it was new, but he also said it came out of the car, so who really knows? But we're also going to take this and install it on El Prezi back there. Hi, Benny. El Prezi, my daughter's car. But yeah, we're gonna be replacing that radiator. So we're gonna be taking this old radiator out. It is the aluminum IPD radiator that I did solder, and I'll show you guys once I get it out. And I did the hose test and it didn't leak, but at the same time I was like getting water all over the fucking place while doing it, so who knows if it really was not leaking or not. So I'm gonna pull this one out, and I'll put it in my daughter's car for now, because oh god, what the fuck, looks like we lost one of those clips that hold the lights. You just find me one of these things. Oh, I just took that one off. That one back on, don't lose it. Put it in the, knocked it off again. Put it in that right spot. You can see the little lip. I don't know if you guys can see that lip right there. Make sure it's over that bigger part so it's got more tension.
Nice.
Oh, there we go. But yeah, like I was saying, I'll take that radiator, put it in my daughter's car. Fortunately, she still needs turbo, a downpipe. Got a radiator now, yeah, we'll need to figure that out. I need to get her some new spark plug wires for her car, but we got a little bit of time. Not stress about that too much. I also might have to pull the oil pan off of this car. The oil light comes on at idle, but then if you like turn the steering wheel ever so slightly, it goes back off. So I'm gonna replace the sensor first on that and then see if that keeps happening. And then so I'll pull the oil pan to do the O-ring on the oil pump. But yeah, let's get to getting this thing off. Gotta remove these 10 mils. Everything else has pretty much already been disconnected, or everything is just finger loose because I hadn't put anything on. Just kind of had it set in here. So yeah, take these 10 mils out, take this one out, set it into this one, take the new one, put it into here, get everything tightened down, maybe add some fluid. I'd have to run to the store, but maybe give this thing a much needed bath that it's needed. It's been sitting here for weeks on end. It's actually not that dirty, but it needs a good bath. But yeah, let's get to it. There's the 10 mils. It does have rubber grommets, these things down here that you have to use on like the smaller radiator. This is the IPD full aluminum and it's wider, so you can't use these, they don't fit, but I'll need to put these back on. Take these two things, put it down in here. Don't lose these bolts. Like that. These. Oh, it landed right on that bracket. Put this in here. Alright, so now I should be able to set you guys up and be able to pull this thing out and go set it over into this one. Gosh, actually, I guess I should take this over and remove these brackets. What's up, doggos? What you guys doing? You guys hanging out. You can see how they go. The rubber goes in. I won't be able to put the rubber on this one because it's going to get the bigger radiator. Alright. You can see where I soldered it in that spot. And there's a spot up here. Had some little pinholes, but like I said, I did the hose trick or whatever and stick the hose in it and see it leaked. It didn't leak while it was filling up, but then once the radiator got fully full, water was going everywhere, so who knows if it was actually leaking or not. It might leak under pressure, but if it's a little drip, 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 it'll be all right for now. All right, I'm gonna go put this one in Goldie, and then we'll get back to putting the new one in the... screwdriver. All right, let's put this new one in prezi. All right, so when you're buying a Volvo radiator, there's a couple key things you want to look for, or make sure you have when you go to put the new one back in. So here is just a normal male fitting that goes into a female fitting on the car. Here is the same thing. It's a male fitting, but it actually goes into a female fitting that adapts to another male fitting. It's weird. I'll show you on the car. Unfortunately, mine broke my trans cooler. So these are transmission lines, by the way. It's like your built-in trans cooler. My transmission line snapped because I had a buddy come take my radiator out one day, and I wasn't here, and he just didn't understand on how they come out. So this is the top one. So this right here just goes over and threads on to this top one right here. So now this one, if you can see, my line is broke right there. Oh, go back, focus, come on, whatever. My line is broke right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Maybe I can get a better angle from over here. There you go. It got twisted all up, and so I had to take a grinder and cut it nice. In that process, you get in the other end. So now this, you would think would just thread onto this bottom one, and it does. You know, don't hear me out. It does. You know, but then the line's not long enough. So what Volvo did, is they made this adapter thing. And thankfully, I'm a parts hoarder, so I have one. It's this thing. So it's a female fitting that adapts into a male fitting, and it gives you another, whatever, 3 inches, something like that. I was about to say 6, but we all know that's not 6 inches. Go up to 15 mil, tighten it. But yeah, so but still, my trans cooler is still broken, the main line that goes back to my transmission. So I gotta do some janky, use a hose, which is fine. It's fine. It's whatever. This goes on here. Slow this down. You know, it's whatever. It's fine. Actually, I should probably take that off and not have that on when I go to put this in the car. But, so yeah, I'm gonna go set this in the car, and I'll show you what I mean. I gotta hook up a rubber line. It goes back to like right here. Try to do a double clamp, and then on the other side, double clamp with the rubber line.
And you look at this car, you might see something amazing. So you look at this car is really nice. You can have all of the look at it. You can have all of these. So our cats are inside, but you might not like this video, so you might be hiding Taz and Flower. So
I found this transcooler line that
Okay.
we gotta fix. Let me see it.
Yeah.
So this is what I was talking about earlier, this transcooler line. And it's broken, and so I have it to here, and then I needed to get it, I don't know if you guys will be able to see right here, that one right there. I need to get it, connect those two. But I got some rubber line inside, some rubber transmission line that I'm just gonna double clamp it and send it on. But this radiator's in, she's just ported. Everything's tightened up. Me and Nico might go get some food and some coolant later.
Food.
Food, what are we gonna get, cheese curds or something?
I'm not into cheese curds. Because on the Mimi day, I eat that cheese curd.
Okay, but yeah, we'll go get some coolant. I need to actually get some transmission fluid because this is probably gonna take about a quart of fluid to fill up. Hold up, babes, I gotta flip it around so you can see.
Sorry, Timmy.
But yeah, we'll film that when we go in, and then we'll pick back up when we're at the stores and stuff like that, getting food. All right, it's another day. We're back working on the 760, and I got this trans line, rubber line, ran, but I need to get some clamps. So I'm gonna pull it back off, put some clamps on it, put it back on, clamp it down, obviously. And then I'm pretty much done in here, other than a couple things. I need to tighten up this pulley. And tighten this belt, of course, but tighten these nuts to this fan is what I was talking about when I said pulley. But and then pretty much done in here. I mean, obviously I need to get a new hood because I'm not doing a hood dump anymore. It's just too hectic, and fucking having to do this janky ass shit where I didn't fucking burn my brake line or get my brake lines too hot, my brake fluid. That's so I can take all that shit off eventually. But yeah, so I'm gonna get a couple things, get this all taken care of up here, get this clamp off, or get this hose off, get it clamped, and then I need to come back here. Probably won't do that today because it just rains. It's all freaking wet. You can't see it on this side, but to tow it back here. Under this plate right here, there's that fuel pump, and then there's this fuel pump. So I think that fuel pump is either too strong or it is restricting the flow from this one. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that fuel pump out. Just splice those two lines together with a barbed fitting, and then put that pump back here and see what it does, because I can only run about 12 to 14 pounds on just this one pump, but thinking maybe this pump isn't enough liters per hour, and maybe that one's bigger, and we're gonna swap them and see what happens, because with my chip ECU and all that stuff, I should be able to run easily 20 pounds with my ECU, my chipped EZK, and then my 465cc injectors, Bosch injectors, out of a V70R. So I should be able to run 20 pounds, no issues with that, but I can't. I can only hit like 12 pounds, and then it sputters and pops, and acts like it's not getting enough fuel. And that's the only culprit left, is those two fuel pumps. So we're gonna switch them, see what happens. If still does the same thing, I might just bite the bullet and get a nice fuel pump. These are also just like AutoZone fuel pumps, so I might just go ahead and get like an AEM or something like that. Get a nice fuel pump, something that I really know works well, flows well, and is reliable. But yeah, I'm gonna set this phone up, and then we'll get to getting this all clamped up and all put back together pretty much for the most part. All right. All right, we got it all double clamped up. Double clamp right back there, double clamp up front. Hopefully that doesn't leak. If not, unfortunately, I'll probably just pull the trans cooler line off of this car for now. But yeah, I'm gonna get a couple things tightened up around here, and then maybe we'll pull the fuel pump out of the rear tonight. I got no gas in that gas tank, so it wouldn't hurt. But yeah, let's get these things tightened up and then we'll get back at it. All right, so we got everything tightened up. Got my pulley tightened up, got the fan tightened, got all my belts tight. That almost might be too tight, but it'll be all right for now. It might just squeak, cut that belt tight. I do need to get some vacuum line that runs from here to the turbo, and then the bottom one goes back into my boost gauge on my dash. I also need to get my temp sensor wired up. So my boost gauge, and I need to get my temp sensor wired up. But don't mind all of that. That's just mess that I'm gonna eventually block this with all kinds of panels. It's all just the nasty wiring of Volvo. It just gets tucked places. But yeah, I might get some panels and block all that off. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get some vacuum line here in the next couple days or so. I'll run to the store, get some, and then that video, hopefully I'll get it started, and that video I'll pull the pump out. But yeah, that pretty much ends this video for now. You know, I'll get these last couple things tightened up, get this mass airflow sensor hooked up, and then this sensor, which is pretty much pointless, but I'm gonna do a catch can. I'll delete that sensor. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Volvo content. And yeah, I'll be back soon with the next video. Thank you guys. Peace.